Good evening and welcome. Starting with the big story. This hour, the winds of normalization swept across the White House as the UAE and Bahrain formally signed a peace deal with Israel. At the lavish White House, the ceremony hosted by the U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump. The foreign ministers of Bahrain and the UAE signed the Abraham Accords with Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The accords have been printed in 3 languages: Hebrew, Arabic and English.
The President of the United States, the Prime Minister of the State of Israel, and His Highness, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the United Arab Emirates, will sign a treaty of peace, diplomatic relations, and full normalization. They will each sign 3 copies, one in English, Hebrew, and Arabic. We kindly ask that all guests remain seated for the signing of the documents.
This is peace in the Middle East without blood all over the sand. I say it. Right now, it's been blood all over the sand for decades and decades and decades. That's all they do is they fight and kill people, and nobody gets anything.
After almost 25 years, the 45th President of the United States has recreated history at the South Lawn of the White House, sitting beside the leaders of Israel, Bahrain and the UAE. Donald Trump has broken a long-standing taboo when they signed agreements normalizing relations with Israel in a strategic realignment of Middle Eastern countries against Iran. The back-to-back agreements, which have drawn bitter condemnation from the Palestinians, mark an improbable diplomatic victory for Trump. However, Trump has promised to protect the Palestinian cause and at the same time satisfy Israel.
Yeah, I think they come along, and they're already, obviously we speak to them. They've come a long way. We used to pay them $750 million a year when I got here, and I said to people that negotiated with them before, why did you pay when they treat the United States with such disrespect? They speak so badly. Death to America, death to Israel. I said, we give them $750 million a year. I said, why didn't somebody cut off those payments? Well, we didn't think it would be appropriate. I said, well, I do. And I cut off the payments to them, as you know. But other countries give them money. You're dealing with very rich countries. And these countries are now all signing with us. They'll all be signed with us, all of them. I spoke with the King of Saudi Arabia. We had a great conversation. And I think positive things will happen there, too. He's a great gentleman. And the Crown Prince, we spoke with the Crown Prince. So we've made tremendous strides. And this is peace in the Middle East without blood all over the sand. I say it. Right now, it's been blood all over the sand for decades and decades and decades. That's all they do is they fight and kill people, and nobody gets anything. And this is strong peace, really strong peace. And it's a different way. We went in the back door, but I call it going in the very smart door. We went in the smart door, and we're getting people, and the Palestinians will absolutely be a member. I don't say that with any bravado. I just tell you the Palestinians will be a member at the right time, at the right time.
The Israeli Prime Minister has called the peace accord a pivot in the history which will herald a new dawn of peace.
And the blessings of the peace we make today will be enormous. First, because this peace will eventually expand to include other Arab states, and ultimately it can end the Arab-Israeli conflict once and for all.